he also has a lot of testimonials. And whenever people ask me about the technical aspects, about the ratios, I tell them that this is the gentleman who they need to speak to. So he has helped us sort out a lot of situations. He understands very well how the product works and how to get the best value from our product. So he really is an asset to us. And I'd like to invite Daniel to please take over and take your time, take us through the product so that we understand how it's working. And probably I'd like you to give a few testimonials. Please note that we have people from different countries. But then the thing is, I always say, even when you're giving a testimonial, it's okay to say someone put in 4,000 shillings and saved 1,000, because that's everyone can just calculate the saving, in terms of percentage. So I'm glad we have an African audience and more are coming onto the call. Leader Daniel, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Leader Sue. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm the one who's going to take you through the product part today. And about our product. We have a very magnificent product in the market right now that is addressing the existing need that we have in the market. And they say if you are hungry, you are supposed to eat food when it's still hot, right? I believe this is the most appropriate, this is the right time to take this wonderful opportunity and this wonderful product with both hands, and we run with it in the market. We make sure each and every person who has any machine that uses diesel or petrol knows about our products, and he needs to be using our product. So our company is called My Daily Choice. They are the sole distributors of this wonderful product called FFX. It's an American company. This product has been in the market as a technology for more than 30 years, right? Just giving you a small history about the product. And it was used in America and Britain. And initially, it was being used in the military and NASA, those people who take flights to space, right? So 10 years ago, that's when the technology was released to the general public. After it was released to the general public, 4 years ago, our company took the ownership of the sole distribution of this wonderful technology worldwide, and they gave it a name. It's called Fuel Factor X. It's a fuel treatment catalyst that does so many positive things in your engine and in your fuel as well. So without further ado, let me share my screen. I want us to go straight to the product. I want us to understand the product. And we are going straight to our presentation PDF. And for those people who don't have this PDF, please, we'll share it. We'll share it to the group. So our product, like I told you before, it's called Fuel Factor X. It's an amazing product. It's an advanced fuel treatment catalyst that helps you save money on your fuel. We say fuel, either diesel or petrol. It's working magnificently. And for also, in addition, for those people who use gas and for those people who take their gas cylinders to the fueling stations to be refilled, like for instance, in Nigeria, it's helping them save 50% on their cost of refilling their gas. So it's a wonderful product. Okay, so what does it do? Apart from saving money on gas, it helps so much. In a nutshell, it helps so much in one, reducing emissions. I'll explain about that, how it goes about that. Secondly, enhances your engine performance. Remember, you're looking forward for this machine that you've bought for a very, very high cost. You want it to give you the best performance. Okay, if it's a car, you want to drive it for long. Okay, if it's a machine that is working in your farm, you want it to work efficiently. So our product enhances the performance of the machine. Secondly, it improves fuel economy. It really, really helps you save your budget on fuel. In Africa, we are talking about between 20 to 35%, which is a very, very wonderful savings. And more importantly, it prolongs your engine life. Okay, so I'm going to expound on this. Don't mind. Let's go to the next. Yes. Okay. So what's so unique our product? We call it's a comprehensive fuel treatment. What it does different things, 7 different things in one, because basically it's a super concentrated product. Okay. And in that, let me highlight on this. Being a fuel treatment catalyst, it's good for your engine and the planet, we say, because basically we already talked about the emissions, reducing the emissions by a third. So it's a wonderful product. So what is it? It's an all-in-one solution. All-in-one solution. It's a combination of seven compounds in one. Remember, it's a super concentrated product that when it goes to your engine, you pour it to your diesel or petrol, it performs not 1, not 2, but 7 things in one. So it's an all-in-one solution. Secondly, just like I mentioned before, it prolongs engine life and reduces wear. That's part of the roles that it plays in your engine. It increases fuel economy. Thirdly, it reduces harmful emission and pollutants. I'm going to expound on that. And improves vehicle performance and horsepower. When you start using our products, your vehicle will start behaving and in a different way, in a very good, different way. You will feel the engine is like it's appreciating you for giving it food. You see? Exactly. So it's a wonderful product. So on that note, where is our product used? Where is it used? It is used it works best in all engines that uses we call it fossil fuel byproducts. We talk of petrol, we talk of diesel, we talk of even gases in some countries. Okay, when I'm talking about those machines, I'm talking about cars. Okay, and in all types of cars, personal cars, public cars. Okay, in our places we have commuter cars that we call daladala or matatu. It also works wonderfully on that. Then we have motorcycles. It works great on motorbikes. We have tricycles that use petrol or diesel. It also worked magnificently on that. Exactly. We have those sporty motorcycles for those people competing in sports. It's also good in that. We have boats. In boats, we have high-end boats. We have motorboats. We have fishing boats. Exactly. It works wonderful on that. We have ATVs. We have trucks, all kinds of trucks that uses petrol or diesel. Then we have generators. It also works so well on generators. We have heavy equipment meaning mining equipment. We have road construction equipment. We have farming equipment. It also works great on that. And then we have RVs, also magnificent on those private cars. Okay, let's go on. So like I told you before, our product, it's a combination of several elements in one. Actually, we call them 7 compounds in one. That's the unique feature of our product that makes it stand differently from the rest of the products in the market. Because basically, when you start using it, you're addressing 7 things in one. Okay, if you are sold to separate it, you'll find a collection of things. Okay, but now you've been given a product that happens to serve 7 things in one, and it's a super concentrated product. So when I'm talking about these 7 things, what do I mean? What do I mean? Our product is called a superfood for your engine. Why is it called superfood for your engine? Because it's a unique product that contains multiple ingredients and each designed for a specific purpose. Okay, it is designed, it contains multiple ingredients, and each ingredient is designed to address a specific purpose in your machine. Which are the ingredients contained in our product? The number one ingredient is called organometallic compound. Organometallic compound, this is the key ingredient. Okay, so what does organometallic compound do to your engine? One, the main thing is, it lowers what we call the ignition temperatures. So by lowering the ignition temperatures, it provides a larger, more complete burn of fuel. When it provides a larger and more complete burn of fuel, what we mean is that your machine or your engine experiences what we call a complete fuel combustion. When there is a complete fuel combustion, what you get is it's called little fuel is used, okay, to cause what you call a very big explosion. You know, when there is an explosion, what comes from that is force. Force translates to power. Power translates to a longer distance. That's covering of mileage. So what it means is that when you use our product, less fuel is used to cause to give you a bigger what we call mileage cover. Okay, that's why we are saying we've used our product, especially those people who have cars, you get an additional between 4 to 8 kilometers extra. Because basically, remember, it's lowering the ignition temperatures. Lowering the ignition temperatures, meaning the fuel is burning completely. Okay, that this provides a more burn of fuel. Okay, when there's more burn of fuel, it means there is no what we call wastages. For those people who have cars, I'm very much sure you have witnessed this scenario whereby there's black smoke that comes out of your exhaust tail. Okay, the exhaust tail. That black smoke is fuel that has not been burned. That's fuel that has undergone what we call incomplete fuel combustion. What it means is that you're losing fuel. Okay, so the moment you start using our product, it means there is complete fuel combustion. Most of the fuel will be utilized and you'll get an extension on mileage. On top of that, in our product Fuel Factor X, we have lubricants. Remember, your engine has different parts. In it, there are pistons, we have pumps, we have injectors. There are different parts that are always in motion, okay? These parts need some lubricants so that they can work efficiently, okay? So we have a lubricants that happen to reduce friction from piston, pumps, injectors, which would ultimately wear down the engine. Therefore, when that friction is reduced, what we say is that we are prolonging your engine working life. Your engine will serve you for more time. Okay, you see, that's among the benefits of our product. On top of that, in our product, we have some things we call detergents. Okay, remember your engine must stay clean. For it to work efficiently, it must stay clean. So basically, with the detergents that are contained in the Fuel Factor X, their main purpose is they clean and maintain injectors as well as the rest of the fuel system. So by so doing, the engine works efficiently, as efficient as possible. It gives you the best, okay? Because it's clean. Remember, when there is incomplete fuel combustion in your car, we have byproducts like carbon monoxide emissions, we have hydrocarbon deposits, we have particulates, right? They go to an extent of even clogging our injectors, our fuel filters. You see, all those things needs to be clean so that at least your engine can work efficiently. And on top of that, it reduces your maintenance cost significantly, because basically your engine has been clean. So you won't be most of the time frequenting to go to garages or to your mechanic. On top of that, we have what we call polymerization retardants. These polymerization retardants, what they do, they reduce solids that form in fuel tanks, and they keep the engine clean, thereby also prolonging the engine life, which is a good thing. On top of that, also, we have what we call rust and corrosion inhibitors. Rust and corrosion inhibitors. Remember, your engine, there is circulation of oxygen as well. And you know, oxygen is the main catalyst that causes what? Rust and corrosion. And corrosion means your engine wearing out. And when the engine wears out, that means the performance will go low. Okay? So how do you control that? Use Fuel Factor X. Why? Because it has rust and corrosion inhibitors. What do? They remove and prevent rust in the fuel system. By so doing, they keep it running efficiently. You see? Yes. So it's wonderful. When there is no rust, no corrosion, your engine will perform very well. On top of that, we also have demulsifiers. Remember, there are some cases your engine may when fuel, you're trying to put fuel in your engine, or maybe when you're cleaning your car, or maybe when it's raining, your fuel may come into contact with water. Okay, and you know, water and fuel, especially in your engine, it's very harmful because it may end up causing your engine to knock. So basically, in our product Fuel Factor X, we have demulsifiers. What demulsifiers do is that they help separate water from fuel. Okay, do you know a single drop of water can really bring harm to your engine? So by so doing, it protects your engine from damage. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. And last but not least, in it, we still have what we call fuel stabilizer. This applies mostly to those you find you have some, like for instance, when it comes to road construction, you have machineries that can stand by without working for a long time, while they still have fuel in them. We have during farming equipments, you can put them standby for a long time without using them as you wait for the season to wear out. That means fuel has what we call a shelf life. Okay, fuel can be good for 6 months. After that, it starts what we call deteriorating, disintegrating. It starts separating. When it's separating, that means the quality of fuel is going down. Okay, and if that continues, it starts to separate. It's not good for use anymore. So with maybe your farm equipment or your generator, maybe you have not used your generator for so long, you may find that if it has settled, it has stayed there without being used for 6 months, the fuel starts separating. Okay, that means you're going to lose your money, because remember, when you're fueling that engine, you used money to put fuel there. So when the quality goes low, you'll end up pouring it. That's a loss. So with our Fuel Factor X, that's why I'm telling you, it's a very, very unique product. In it, it has fuel stabilizer. The moment you put it in your engine, may it those farm equipment, may it those machineries, may it those generators, it retains the quality of fuel for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 good years. Okay, your fuel retains the same quality, better as new, for 7 clean years. Yes, you heard me right, 7. Okay, yes. So we have a magnificent product in the market, and believe it's going to really, really help people save their cost on fuel, and also maintain their machines and put them in good condition. Something else that I like to highlight normally is that we have what we call the 7-tank challenge. Okay, on emphasis, I'd like to say that this is not a magic pill. Okay, our product is not magic that in every engine you put, it starts work immediately. No. I like us to understand each other on that. Different engines respond differently. Okay, remember, you're dressing engines that are using fuel, but engines have different manufacturers, right? You still have systems that are computerized. So we have different response scenarios. We call them four different response scenarios that you, as a seller of the product, you're going to encounter in the market. Okay, or you as a user, you're going to encounter in the market. So our company, out of the experience they have in the market, they came up with a graph. The good thing about this is that eventually they all converge to 1 point of savings. Okay, so I want us to understand each other on this, and I want a little bit to expound it. So one, we have the blue line. You can see the blue line. The blue line means we still have some machineries that, one, they are going to respond very positively. The moment you put the Fuel Factor X, it starts the savings immediately. Okay, that's what the blue line indicates, which are most of the cases in the market. Most of the cars, especially the ones that are well maintained, maybe they've been new, they maintain SL. The moment you put Fuel Factor X, you start savings immediately. So it may start savings it starts gradually. It may start by 15%, then second fill 20%, 30%, they go growing until it is settles to a one level. It levels off to maybe 30 to 35% savings. Okay, it's a gradual move, right? That's the first graph. And most of the cars and machineries in the market, they are responding that way. Remember, something else that I wanted to mention is that when you start using our product, we normally recommend you double dose between your first, second, and mostly third fill. Okay, double dose. Okay, one sachet is supposed to treat 80 liters. So when it comes to double dosing, it means if your machine is using 8 liters of fuel, put 2 sachets. If you want to use one sachet, at least put 35 or 40 liters. That's double dose for the first, second, and the third fill. Okay, let's go to the second graph. The second graph is the green one. You can see it from there. There are some cases, the moment you start using our product, right, they don't see any immediate savings on immediately. Okay, it will take the first fill, the second fill, no savings. The third fill, then it starts saving. The fourth fill, it starts saving slowly, 15%, 20, sometimes to 30, and then it settles, it levels up to 30 to 35. Okay, those cases are experienced as well, and those cases you also experience them in the market. The third case, you may find we have machineries that maybe some vehicle computers take time to adjust or register the better flow of fuel or the improved economy. So what happens is in them, you can see the red graph there. What it means is that the moment you start putting fuel factor X, it starts consuming more fuel. If it was using maybe in every liter, it goes like 10 kilometers. Now it starts going 7 or 5 kilometers per every liter. Even the user will be like, hey, how comes my car is using a lot of fuel? Those cases are also there. We experience them. But now, don't die hope. What you should be telling your people, or what you should be doing if you're the consumer, continue using your fuel. Okay, maybe your vehicle has some contributors that take time to adapt to the sudden change. Okay, continue using it, and as you can see on the red graph, it starts by going down, and then it starts peaking, it levels up, and then eventually it settles at a maximum savings of 30 to 35%. So those cases apply. So the third case is that we have the golden line, the golden curve, whereby we still in some cars, the moment you start using the product, savings immediately. Then maybe the second fill or the second double dose, it starts consuming more than normal. It changes. It goes either to normal or it's using more than normal. Tell that person not to stop using, to continue using. The car is trying to adapt to the wonderful change, and then it's maybe cleaning some of the system sludges and carbon buildup in the system. So after that cleaning, it will definitely start going up. You start seeing the savings, and it will settle at, it levels up, it settles at a good savings of fuel. So I hope you understand that graph. Those are the changes that we're experiencing in the market. The good thing is, the positive changes, especially the blue graph, those are the highest percentage. Those are the highest scenarios that we experience. These other ones are few, 2, 3, a small percentage. So don't worry, let's keep on using it. So the third thing I'd like to address is that in our market, you'll face different questions. So which are the frequently asked questions? Let me address that also. Let me address that. So the question that comes is that some people ask, does fuel factor X affect warranties? That's the question that comes. You might remember, you're dealing with people who have used a very good budget on buying their machines. Okay, so they are very cautious, right? And they really want the maximum care of their machines. So they'll ask you, does fuel factor X affect warranties? The good answer to that is that fuel factor X does not change the specifications of fuel. It doesn't change at all. Okay? Fuel factor X does not change fuel specs. It cannot affect the warranties. It doesn't affect the warranties. On top of that, My Daily Choice also maintains insurance for any claims that may happen by using our products. Okay? Any claim that may happen, remember our company has a $4 million insurance policy. In case you use our products and your engine has a malfunction or any problem arises, and you can prove that the problem arises from using our product, we as a company, we take full responsibility. So don't worry at all, continue using our product. The second question is, are there any special instructions for using fuel factor X? They are just simple rules. You double dose between your first, second, all up to the third fill. Okay, double dose. Double dose. Remember, one sachet it treats 80 liters of fuel. So in your car, if you accommodate between 35 to 40, you put a sachet. Between the first, the second, and the third, that means that's a double dose. If your car takes 70, like now the V8s, they take 78 liters to 80, put 2 sachets, the first, the second, and the third dose. Okay, because remember, it does not only address mileage, it also addresses cleaning and cleansing of your fuel tank. Brilliant. Of your engine, sorry. Not the fuel tank, your engine, the engine of your car. That question is, yeah, how can I reduce emissions with fuel factor X? How can I reduce emissions with fuel factor X? Remember, we really care about our generation. Okay, our kids, how are they going to stay on this earth if you happen to mess it up? And the big messer of the earth and the environment is the carbon emissions, carbon monoxide emissions. They contribute to 80% of interfering with the ozone layer. Okay, so we are on the forefront with our chest high to say that we reduce emissions by a third, by 35%. Because remember that what we said initially, the organometallic compounds in our product promote what we call complete fuel combustion. So the byproduct is carbon dioxide, not carbon mono. That means we are reducing emissions by a third, by 35%. Okay, so we really reduce emissions. Okay, so the other one, they'll ask you, what is the treatment ratio for fuel factor X? Is 1 into 5,000 or 1 into 10,000? Then the other one, let me address them first. Does fuel factor X help with replication? Yes, definitely. Okay, yes, it really causes replication in your car engine parts so that they can run smoothly and perform efficiently. Okay, sorry for that. How can I be assured that the use of fuel factor X will not cause my engine to malfunction? Okay, like I told you before, most people are worried about their engines and their machines. So what you tell them is that fuel factor X was specifically tested to ensure complete compliance with the applicable standards association performance criteria. Okay, this includes the American Society of Technology and Materials. Okay, so your engine is very safe with our products. Okay, yes. The other one is, what impact will the use of fuel factor X have on maintenance cost and engine life expectancy? I've already addressed that. Being a combination of 7 compounds, it was formulated to reduce solids. Remember the polymerization retardants, reduce water, remember the demulsifiers, reduce rust and corrosion. Okay, with its detergents and lubricity agents, it will help clean and protect fuel tanks, fuel lines, pumps, filters, and injectors. Okay, so it's a product that works wonders with the engine. On top of that, fuel factor X also benefits your engine valves, it benefits your pistons, rings, and cylinders. So eliminating, like I told you before, it eliminates the carbon buildup and thereby significantly increasing your engine life. That's wonderful, right? That's great. Okay, something else as we wind up, what if people don't see any improvement in fuel economy right away? Okay, remember the graph that we talked about? There are those people that keep on using. Eventually, I told you that the engine system has been produced by different manufacturers, and the computers of your car respond differently. So continue using. Eventually, you come to level off, you'll come to settle to a very good savings of your fuel cost. So without further ado, I'm glad, I hope each and everyone has understood. Okay. And also for those people who may have questions, we have tomorrow. Tomorrow is a wonderful day. On Wednesday, same time, we have a question and answering session, same time. So if you have your questions, please save them for tomorrow. Okay. And now today is all about money. I want to introduce Madam Sue to take us through this session of money. Hey, I see I've taken much of your time, but don't worry, I'm very much sure you've understood the product. So Sue, please come on board, tell us how to make money in this business. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very much, Leader Daniel, for that. No, you have not eaten into my time, because if we want to become masters of our business, then we need to spend as much time as possible understanding the product, because we are a product of the product. It is, if we're going to do business and take full advantage of this opportunity, we need to understand our product. And there's no shortcut, unfortunately. So you've got to understand the product. You may not really get into the technical aspects, you may not know everything, but you can just break it down and simply say, you know, this product will help you save fuel 20 and up to 30%. It will also prolong your engine life. It will increase vehicle horsepower and performance for your machines as well. And very importantly, it will reduce carbon emissions. And I'm telling you, just with that, you'll see the sort of responses. You will get a number of people on this call. I connected with them just through social media. And I believe everywhere in Africa, I mean, the biggest thing right now is the cost of fuel that keeps going higher and higher. And apart from that, unfortunately, also the quality of fuel, because our partner in the US said that, you know, whichever countries in Africa actually have fuel, they export the best quality, what they call the sweet crude, and what is left for consumption is the lower quality, the sour crude. So apart from increasing prices, we are also dealing with low quality fuel. We know that there are some unscrupulous people who will add things like kerosene and mess your engines and everything like that. So Leader Daniel, thank you so much. I feel like this is always for me such an exciting presentation, because there's no end to learning, and we learn every day, and he does an excellent job, and I can see all of you will agree with me. Now, interestingly, when we are talking about savings, I think it's very important. You know, the presentation is not even complete, because I have seen in the chat, please, if you read, you can see, I don't know if Dr. Musa yes, we are very proud of our product, Dr. Musa, but Dr. Musa says here that it can reach, he's in Congo. Dr. Musa says it can reach even 50% saving fuel as experienced with some motorcycle engine. Dr. Musa, are you able to unmute yourself to say something? Because we are always excited to have users. Because for motorcycle, even someone in Uganda actually told us the same, that where he used to like fill his tank, if he was filling his tank, whatever he would fill with, maybe its last 3 days, it would now go on even for up to 8 days. And it was amazing. So I don't know, are you able to say something before I continue? And we're excited. We can't wait to put this product in all your hands. Bernard, we can't wait to do this. David, brother David, I can't wait for you to have this product in your hands, you know. Jalpan and everyone else on the call. Looking forward. All right. So anyway, Daniel, please prepare the slides for me. Need is a whiteboard and a calculator. I think those two will be sufficient today. So what I want us to talk about today, I mean, we have an excellent opportunity here with us. They say that those people who find solutions for the current challenges are the people who are bound to make the money. So right now, like we are saying, everything is on everybody's lips, the cost of fuel. And in Africa, this product is only registered and currently being used in Nigeria, in West Africa, and in Kenya. So we have the whole of Africa. I mean, even if you have people in Europe, if you have people in the US, people in Asia, those markets are open. In Africa, we are saying Africa is our oyster. If you know anyone if you have a connection, and this is where your connections will come in handy. Whoever you have in any African country, even Kenya itself, because maybe, we are sitting here in Kenya, does not mean you do not have your connections in Kenya. And everything is relational. Business is relational. I can go to somebody and you're in South Sudan, you're in Malawi, and you connect with them better and they give the business to you. All right. No problem, Dr. Musa. We will have time. We will have ample time, and I'm sure everyone has seen that, and we are so excited about that. And we feel your excitement as well. So don't worry. So now, I don't want to repeat, but then I think it's important because Leader Daniel was talking about the users. And now that about the product, you begin to see and think, even overnight after this, you start to see who your users could be. You could target individuals. But for this call, I just felt that I wanted to mention commercial users. Because you see, there's a way you do business. You can work very hard. You can stand on the street, work very hard, and talk to every passerby and be exhausted by the end of the day. But you could also work smart and target commercial users. And today, in the minutes left, I want to talk about the sort of earnings you could make, the sort of commissions you could make just by getting customers. In other Zoom calls we will do, I will talk about, how you can make money from individuals, how you can actually build a team and make, your bonuses from them wherever they are in Africa. But today I want to make it simple and talk about commercial users. And so I will still repeat what Daniel said. Your users, here we go. I just listed a few. I said, think of people who are heavy consumers of fuel, be it diesel or petrol. Think about your heaviest consumers in your country. I may not, this list may not be exhaustive, but then I want you to be the ones probably even who will tell us. So the ones I listed here are long transporters, long distance buses, trailers, trucks, anything that's doing long distance. And why are we considering long distance? Public vehicles that go from city to city. The reason we are thinking that is because these people usually will fill their tanks. The people who will see the difference the quickest are not people who are doing just small town rounds around town. They're people who actually monitor. They put in a lot of fuel and they monitor. They can tell the exact usage per day. Okay? Because we already know the cost of fuel is the highest cost, in whatever organization it is. So the ones who monitor even remotely, we were just discussing it with some of our partners the other day, and they were telling us how they went to one city and there was a bus company, and they said, don't worry, we know we can actually monitor remotely, and we can see as that vehicle is moving, we can tell how much fuel they have used. So those are the people you want to target because they will know immediately what their savings are. When Dr. Musa also spoke about in Congo, spoke about the motorcycles, of course, because assuming, especially you look for owners of these vehicles. Let's look for owners, not even the drivers, the owners, because they're the ones who care the most about fuel consumption. They're the ones who care about the engines and prolonging their engine life. I mean, if a vehicle that serves you 10 years can give you an extra 4 years, then of course an owner would be interested. So even when you go to an organization, target the right people. Target the people who are really feeling the pain, the people who are really feeling the pain at the pump. It's very, very important. So the motorbikes, the one I'm an owner, I fill the tank every few days and I know exactly how far it takes me. And so the minute there's a slight addition, they will fill it. Okay. Now, so we said long distance because they know their exact usage. And then mining companies because they use heavy machinery. You also have, like Daniel said, construction companies. And then you have, transport, you also have schools and buses. You have agriculture and the machinery that they use. You have, okay, mining companies, and you have, like Daniel said, generators. Okay. Many organizations are powered mostly by generators. So heavy users of diesel and petrol, please remember those. And then, even when you're looking for those, we have spoken about the whole of Africa being your oyster, places that you can do business. Look, let's also look for government agencies. What stops you? Nothing stops you. If you have a connection in any of these countries, please, in your own country or in other countries, please take advantage of this super opportunity. Now, let's go to the numbers. Daniel, if you could please share your screen with us, just the white screen, so that I can take us through very, very quickly the numbers. Numbers never lie. Okay. So now we want to talk. Next time we'll have it so that you can see. But I think all of you have seen, even if you have not seen the product physically, you have seen when we send these messages out, we say we have a sachet, and that sachet is 10 ml, and it treats up to 80 liters. So Daniel, just put there on top, 10 ml, a sachet is 10 ml. One sachet is 10 ml, and it is so powerful that small sachet, 10 ml, will treat up to 80 liters of fuel. Now, of course, we know there's double dosing. So the first, second, and third time, it will treat up to 40 liters. Yeah, because you want to get the maximum benefit. But that one will go through the technicalities later. So you see this. Now, your first package, the way you can get this product, it comes as a pack of 36 sachets, 36. And the cost for this pack, we call it an executive pack. Okay, it's our standard pack. Is 36 sachets, and at a cost of between 160, it's actually cost is $160, but with tax in different countries, the maximum it will come to is $180. So anywhere from 160 to $180. So Daniel, you can put 160 to $180. Okay, that is the cost of the pack. And if you look at that, it will bring your cost per unit, your cost per sachet will still be $5 or less. So Daniel, just put $5 per sachet. I want you to see this, okay? So wherever you are, these will be the figures. $5. And $5 is really the maximum, because that is when I used $180 divided by 36. But if you use $160 or $170, you'll get maybe $4.5. So let us just be prudent. Let us use the higher figure so that if it's less, we'd rather under promise and over deliver. So $5. So when you have this, you can sell this comfortably at about $7. We talk about retail profit, yeah? So this is your buying price for each unit is $5, and you can sell it for $7 comfortably, all right? So I just want you to understand, wherever you are, $5, and then you sell it at $7. I don't want to talk about different currencies, because I know here on the call we are from different countries. Now, so the retail profit is anywhere between 40 and 50%, which is very lucrative, because many people are in businesses where if you're getting even 20%, you're very lucky. So it is between 40 retail profit is between 40%, Daniel, between 40 and 50%. 40% profit, which I think is very good. That is if you're selling them as individual units or you're selling the pack. So which means if you buy the pack at $180, just add 40% and that's what you'd sell it for. All right. This is retail profit. But today I want to emphasize that apart from this, you can make some money from this. Some people are good at selling. If you have a shop and you set it up in a busy place, maybe there are trailers and truckers and all these people, then you can have a lot of activity and you can make a lot of sales and therefore a lot of profit. And it can be very, very rewarding, even if you're making retail profit. However, in this business, I want to emphasize that we are not just looking at retail profit. We have a fully automated system in our company that allows your customers to be connected directly to you, and whatever business they do, for as long as the business exists, you will be paid. And it's not even something you need to monitor. You will sign them up, they will get a website through you, you will sign them up in a system, and whenever they make purchases, you will be paid on the back end. And that is what I want us to be explained today. So Daniel, let's delete this so that we explain. Let's call it here customer bonus. It's customer acquisition bonus. Let's just call it customer bonus. Just write it there. Okay. Customer bonus. For those of you who are writing, customer bonus. What do you get? Now, for that pack of 36 sachets, okay, if someone buys the 36 sachets and now they have come in through your system and they've gotten a link and now they are purchasing regularly, every time they purchase the product, you would get $36. So I think Daniel just put 36 sachets and then the commission payable to the member, 36 sachets, you get $36. All right. Now we have, apart from that, those sachets, I just want to mention, we also have a bottle that is 120 ml. We won't write it here, but yeah, it is 120 ml, that bottle. So the good thing about the bottle is that there's a calibration of 5 ml and 10 ml. And next time we will actually demonstrate so that you can see the bottle and how to use it. It really makes sense because there are people who will say, oh, the sachets, it's become tedious. The first time they'll use the sachets, as we go forward, they'll start to use the small bottles. But I also wanted to tell you, so look at this. So that is for one customer who's bought 36 sachets in your system, okay? They've signed up below you and they're buying regularly. Now, Daniel, if you, let's say we had 10 customers in a month, in a calendar month, okay? 10 who buy this 36 sachets, the executive pack. What is 10 times 36? That one is easy. We don't need to go to the calculator, right? 10 times 36. So in that month, you'll have made $360. I'm not limiting you to 10 customers. I'm just giving a figure. You could have 100 customers, okay? But we're just using 10. Okay, we have 10 customers, all right? Now, if those customers buy again the following month, it would mean you earn this amount again the following month, okay? Now, let's go to the next size. We have, Daniel, maybe you can delete some of that. You can delete all of it, okay. We also have 1 gallon. 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. So just say 1 gallon, which is 4 liters. Yeah, let's just say 4 liters. It's closer to 4. 1 gallon, 4 liters. It costs $1,000. I think just put it in liters, since in Africa mostly we use liters. 4 liters. Okay. It costs $1,000. Say cost. $1,000. Now, if you have a customer who buys this, okay, the gallon, if you have a customer who is buying this, then you, as the distributor, I want to show you what you make. You as the distributor would make $160. So Daniel put commission $160 to the distributor. $160. 160. All right. Now, this is just 4 liters, okay, of our product. Now, what is, let's say you have 10 such customers. What is 10 customers times 160? Is $1,600. $1,600 if you had 10 customers. Remember, you're not limited to 10, which means if you had 100 customers, you'd have made $16,000 that particular month. I just want to show you the sizes and the potential. And let's go to the next 2 sizes, which are the most exciting. Let's delete all this. We have 5 gallons, which is 19 liters. 5 gallons. 19 equals 19 liters. And that will cost your customer $4,000. That is the cost to them. What is the commission due to you? The commission due to you, if you get a customer, is $500. $560. I know I'm going a little fast, but don't worry, we'll go over these over and over until you understand. Okay, $560. Okay, now we are talking. Now let's see, what if we got 10 people, 10 customers who in a month purchased this? What would happen? 560, and the total is $5,600. What happens if they bought it the following month? Or what happens if they bought it after 3 months? You would get paid again. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying there's a way the customer comes in, gets the product at wholesale price, but you're paid by the company for the business that you've brought in. Yeah? And finally, let's go to the biggest size. Delete all that and put 1 barrel. Customer bonus, 1 barrel. 1 barrel is 55 gallons and is 55 gallons and is 209 liters. Now, these are people who are big users of fuel. You know, when you're talking about, for example, these independent power producers, these are people who will be buying this product in barrels. So we didn't mention it. Look for independent power producers. Okay, even those supplying power to government, and they are there in many countries in Africa. Now, this barrel would cost $20,000. 20,000. That is the cost to them. $20,000. Now let's pause here and let me give an example. Now, the commission due to you as a distributor from this sale commission is $3,000. Please mark that figure. $3,000 would be the commission paid to you if they bought 1 barrel. Okay, now let's remember, let's keep this figure $3,000. Daniel, you can delete all of this and on top there, put $3,000. $3,000, 1 barrel. Okay, so I want to give an example. $3,000. Okay, 1 barrel. Commission due is $3,000. Then I think we can put me back on the screen so that I can just, so that we conclude. Okay, so now a few months ago in the Philippines, someone in the US, just like many of you have come onto this call because we reached out to you, social media or personally, whatever it was. And thank you so much for honoring the invitation to be on this call. And someone in the US reached out to someone in the Philippines. And this lady in the Philippines approached a shipping line. Now, in the Philippines, you know, there are many islands, many islands. And so there's a lot of vessels. Our product, by the way, can be used in cars, vehicles, machines, also on ship, what do you say? Boats, motorboats, and ships, whatever it is. The only place we don't use it is jet fuel. They have their own special fuel. But anything moving on the water, you can use our product. So the Philippines, they ordered the product in barrels. And we said the commission for 1 barrel for a member, a distributor, would be $3,000. In this case, the shipping line asked, actually not asked, this is something that's been concluded. We're not talking about business which may happen. Like this member has already received her check. In this case, they bought 24 barrels. So Daniel, please let's go back to the whiteboard. 24 barrels. So 24 barrels, we can use the calculator now. We would do $3,000 times 24 barrels. Your screen, please. Okay. Times 24 barrels. And using Daniel's calculator, let's go to your calculator so that everyone can see this. Let's go to calculator. All right, there we go. I hope everyone can see this. $2,000, okay? So this member distributor has been paid $72,000. What happens if that shipping line, whether it's 2 months from now, whether it's 5 months, or whether it's 6 months, when they order again, she will receive $72,000, assuming they buy the same quantity. If they buy less, she'll receive less. If they buy more, she would receive more, all right? $3,000 a barrel. But because of this sale, there's also a government agency that is interested in purchasing. Listen to this, and this is where we will end this particular presentation. Daniel, please clear all of this. There's a government agency that is interested in the Philippines in purchasing 800 barrels of our product. These are mind-boggling figures. And I always say that I hope you'll have a very restless night. Remember, the whole of Africa is your oyster. Now, Daniel is going to do that calculation. 800 barrels. If this goes through, and they have taken a few months back and forth. Yes, David, it's amazing. They've taken a few months, the lawyers, people are, this would be the biggest sale in our industry, direct selling. So 800 barrels times $3,000. At this point, I would ask everyone to take out their calculators. And at this point, I would ask everyone to convert this to their currency. So 800 times 3,000, we get $2.4 million. This is what this lady would earn if this sale goes through. Now, if that's not life-changing income, I don't know what is, but I think this is where it begins to make sense. You may not do this in your first month or in your first year, but guys, this makes sense. Now, just to finish, and just to know that we are all following, I'd like everyone to put in their currency. I know we have someone from Malawi, we have someone from Kenya, South Sudan, Congo. Please put the figures. I had written them somewhere here, but I want to see how close I am. Maybe to save on time, I might just announce these figures and tell me how right or how wrong I am. I know in many countries like Congo, South Sudan, you're probably using the dollars, so you've already understood the figures. You know it's $2.4 million. I think, Dr. Musa, please tell me, in Congo francs, I got 6.4 billion. 6.4 billion Congo franc. Please tell me if this is the case. Malawi kwacha, I got 4 billion. Is that right? Okay. George Ruhara, wonderful. That's 384 million Kenya shillings. Okay. Ghana cedis, I got 29,800,000 Ghana cedis. Uganda, I got 9.2 billion. South Sudanese pounds, I got 312 million South Sudanese pounds. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I was close. Dr. Musa in Congo says 6.7 billion. Awesome. Maybe we just get like 2 more answers so that you can see that these are mind-boggling figures. And the whole of Africa is waiting for you. Just the way I reached out to you, Daniel reached out, maybe George reached out, someone on this call reached out to you, and that is why you're on the call today. Look at the figures, look at the potential. It is the potential. If you totally understood what Daniel has said and a bit of what I have said, I'm telling you, you won't sleep. You'll be on the phone reaching out to all those connections you have in your own country and in other countries in Africa. Brother David in Malawi, don't limit yourself. Look across the borders, Zambia, all the others, Mozambique. Yes, George says the potential to earn in this business is mind-boggling. You're very welcome. George, we are working on big things every day. We sit together. We are just excited about the future, with Fuel Factor X. So yes, Brother David, there's so much we can do. I'm so happy that you're all on the call. I feel if you've understood at least a portion of this, it's a lot to take in at one go. But if you've understood something, please put a 1 in the chat. Just a one in the chat. We'll have more of these trainings, yeah? A one will be very good so we can know at least, if you've learned something, about the business today. Daniel, thank you very much. Oh, wow. Beatrice, all the way from Mombasa. Thank you. George, David from Malawi. Fantastic. Yes. I'm very happy to have you all on the call. Wow. Diamond White. I don't know where you are, but I love the name. Diamond White. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Infinix Hot 7 gives us our 1, and we are so excited because we know you'll get back. Please, we ask you kindly get back to the person who invited you to this call. At least let them know you were on the call today so that it's easier to follow up. Oh, Diamond White is in Nairobi, Kenya. Wonderful. So I just ask you all, please get back to the person who invited you to this call immediately after the call. I know it's late, probably late in your country, but just send a message and say, I was on the call tonight. And then we'll know how to take it from there. Bernard, okay, well understood. Yes, but it may work with the people who sell spare parts and fuel. Oh yeah, definitely people who are in that industry. But interestingly, someone like myself, I've never been in the fuel business before, but I do have connections and I've reached out to a lot of people. And so you find like this business, you don't need to know too much. We have our partner in the US. They can do presentations like this. Actually, our partners in the US, we have a partner called Dale Franklin. He's been in the automotive industry. He's 68. He's been in the automotive industry for over 30 years. He's definitely an authority and an expert in this. And so what happens if you don't feel confident enough, you just say, and we organize like a Zoom call with him. He closes the business and the commission is paid to you. That's how we work together. The business is not taken from you. So you find that a novice, just like me, gets into an industry like this, but this business is so fair and you get paid. So thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for this was an interactive session somewhat. We just needed to cover a lot, but thank you so much for your participation. And at this point, would like to close off the call. Let's get back with next Tuesday when we do this, we'll allow for questions and more comments. So thank you all for attending. We will definitely tell you about the next call, which will be this Thursday. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank you, Bernard, wherever you are. Oh, good. Brother David, we are all fired up, yeah? So we look forward to seeing you on our next call. Thank you so much. You can unmute yourselves and say good night.
Thank you so much, Leader Sue. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless you all.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Dan and Sue. You've done a good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Musa.